So 2 people on 5 points. I have a good tiebreaker already. So good tiebreaker is going to be important, I think, in general here. So here we go, round number 5. Let's go. Off we go. There goes the monitor. Okay. I'm playing David Paravyan here. Okay, let's play d4 again. Let's just try to play good chess. I could play c4. I think I'm gonna play knight f3. Probably gonna take, I assume. Yeah, he's gonna take. He goes knight c6. Okay, this I was not expecting him to play. Which one do I want to play against this? Trying to think about this. We need 2 b3. I'm gonna play the one of the safe lines. Okay. Actually not sure why I'm playing this exactly, because it's really not very special. I'm wondering if I can play knight c5 here actually. Probably a bad opening choice by me in this game, objectively. But I mean, no risk at least. I really should not be able to lose this game. Okay, takes. Okay, take. Goes bishop a6, which looks a little bit strange to me actually. Wait a second, this looks kind of wrong. Wait, this looks takes rook b1, rook b8, knight d4. Wait, this looks kind of seriously wrong by my opponent. I need to actually think for a second. I also can throw in rook d6 first. Let's think about this. d6, rook f c8, knight d4, knight d4, e d4. I think he's made a very serious mistake here actually. I think this is a very serious mistake. I think this is a big mistake from Paravyan. Maybe it's not, but it looks really scary. Like there's knight d4 here. I still am probably going to take. Like takes looks correct. Wait a second. There should be something here. This doesn't feel right at all. Let's see. So if I go knight d4, he takes. The big question is, do I trade? This is a big question. Or do I play knight d4 first? I think knight d4 takes knight d4 rook b6 is very dangerous for black. But if I take he has knight e8, takes a4 maybe. Okay, don't blitz out any moves here as the first. Now if I go knight d4, he does a knight e7, bishop f3, knight e d5, knight f d5 probably, and then e4, knight d4, knight e7 is the first question. Knight d4, knight e7, a4 is an option. a4 rook c5, a4 rook c5, ab5, bishop b7. Doesn't look wonderful. Takes knight d4, knight e7. a4 again, rook c5, a b5, bishop b7, rook e7, bishop c8. Check king g. I can feel like there's something here. Yeah, I think this has to be correct. Go here. This looks correct, but I don't know. We'll see. I have a feeling I maybe should have played the other one. I have this feeling that maybe I should have played this one instead, but again, it's too late. Beggars can't be choosers. I think I played the wrong line, but I don't know. I mean, we'll see afterwards. I have this feeling that this was wrong, but I don't know. Dude, he does. I hope I'm right, but I have this bad feeling that I played a wrong move. And also, I have this feeling maybe I could have just gone... Well, no, rook b1, he does get b4. So what am I talking about? It doesn't work. He is using a lot of time here, which is a good sign. So it means he's not 100% sure about what's going on either. Expected that. Now I could go c6 here. This is actually a move that I'm wondering if I should play. It feels correct, actually. c6 looks kind of correct. Let me think about it. So if I go c6, knight c4, rook d7, I mean, at the very least, I can't lose that. But can I win that is also a question. If I go a4 there, or rook d8, takes. f4, knight c4, takes c6. a4, rook c5 is the other option that I possess here. a4, okay, let's think. a4, rook c5, a b5, bishop b7, f4, knight c4, rook d7, bishop d5, rook c1, knight b6. Not special. I think I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna trust my instinct here. This is correct. Don't know if it's correct, but it feels correct. I think I'm better. My instinct is that I'm better here. I don't know if I am, but it feels... I have a feeling computer probably says it's equal with like perfect play from black, but if he doesn't play this perfectly, then I'm probably winning. Like I bet if he makes even one slight hiccup here, he probably just loses the game. I bet it's still equal with perfect play, but he's gonna have to be like super precise. Okay, it goes king f8, which I expected. Now I'm gonna play f4. I have to kick this knight because otherwise he goes king e7 and traps my rook. Goes there, I expect. Now I could play rook d7 here, but then knight b6, rook b7, rook c6. No, yeah, it's probably better, but it's not what I want. So let's take, go here, claim the file. I want to go rook b6 at some point potentially. Like if I could put my king on c3, this is actually just winning by force for me. I think I blundered, by the way. I made a mistake. Shoot. I should have played e4, e5. I'm still maybe better, but it's, I don't know. Let's see. f5 also is maybe a move too. He goes c3. I think king e7, rook d7, king e8 with rook c6 was just a draw, because now after rook's, oh, does he intend to sack the rook on c6 anyway? Maybe he does. Okay, so wait, we'll go rook c1, king e7, rook d7, king e8. I mean, it's a pawn. Like, let's go here, I guess. It's a pawn. I'm gonna be up a pawn here because now on king e7, rook d7, king e8 takes. I'm up a pawn. I don't know if it's winning or not, but I'm up a pawn in an end game. And I mean, it really, I shouldn't really be able to, I can't lose that for sure. It's just a question of whether I can win that end game. Oh, whoa, what's that? Ah, he wants to go king e7 and win the rook. Okay, he's coming up with some tricky moves now. Okay, he's finding some tricky moves. So I go, ah, he's coming up with these, oh shoot. Wait, but I have e4, e5 maybe? Yeah, he's finding these little tricks now, which are making this complicated. But I think this might be a big mistake. I still have e4, e5. Yeah, I have e4. I think he missed this. I think I got very lucky. I did not see this rook a7, king e7 concept. With the pawn going to e5, I think I'm actually winning now, because he can't, because now on king e7, e5, he can't ever kick the rook. I'm getting this bastion, and I think I'm actually winning here. I think I'm winning. If he goes e5, I just go like knight f5, and he's just crushed. If I get this bastion, I win the game. I think this was a huge mistake. I thought it was a brilliant move at first, but now I'm looking at it more. I think this is an epic fail. I think he's just lost. I think he's actually just lost. I'm almost certain that he's just lost now, because he can't get rid of this. He's losing this pawn, and he's not getting counterplay. Yeah, I think I just win now, unless there's some big trick that I'm missing, but there isn't, because he can't go here. He can't use the open lane. No, this is just winning for me. I'm just winning here. I think again, I don't know this for sure, but I think I'm winning. Unless he has some magic tricks here, which he very well still might, now that I'm looking at it more closely. No, he still has some tricks now that I'm looking at it closer. But maybe I can swing over and eat, maybe I can swing over and eat the juicer, and there's another mate threat. Maybe. Let's see. I feel like I'm doing well here, though. I feel like this is a good position, and I feel like I should be winning if I play this precisely. See what he does, though. Goes there. Okay, so of course I go here. He already kind of tricked me once already, though, so I do have to be very careful. because like I missed this rook a7 idea. I missed king f8, king e7, king e8. Like I missed a few of the little details, so I still do need to be very careful in this position. See what he does. Goes rook d8. c7 is probably winning with knight c6, so I'm gonna win the pawn on c3. And now he just, the main reason he needed to not let me get this f4 e5 is because now the bishop can never come here. Like, first of all, the rook is planted, but there's also no push and there's no way to attack the juicer. If you can't attack this juicer on c6, then you're just eventually going to lose the game in the long term. And he's getting very low on time now as well, so I'm feeling pretty good about my chances here. I'm feeling very good, actually. I think I'm just going to win this game. Goes rook b8, which gives me c7, which should just be winning on the spot. Wait, no, c7 rook, no, sorry, c7 rook c8, I have check. So c7 rook c7 rook a6, and what? I don't understand it. There's just, okay, now the thing is, knight c6 is probably winning for starters. Like, knight c6 takes, I win the pawn. That's probably technically winning, but the question is, if I take the bishop on a6, is this technically winning as well or not? That's the second question. So if I go rook a6, rook c8, rook a5, c2, I think that's winning, but I think, I don't know which one's better. I think knight c6 is cleaner technically. I think this is just cleaner objectively. I mean, I bet the computer's gonna say rook a6 was better, but who cares? So takes. So here I want to go rook c8 and rook c7. That's the reason I think this is winning so easily. I have this rook c8, rook c7, and the pawn actually dominates the king. King has no escape squares. Pretty sure I'm gonna win this game now. Pretty sure. Big win here. Big win. So I guess I go king e3. Yeah, now I go, okay, I have rook c8, which is probably winning, but rook b6 also should just be winning here, because now I pin the tail on the donkey. Oh wait, he has rook e5. Oh my god, what am I doing? That was not good by me at all. It's still winning, but that was very bad. Okay, jeez, let's go here, I guess. I missed rook takes e5. Very poor. Well, you can never that's why you really have to stay focused from start to finish. You can never let up. Like the game against Hans is a good example where like I was winning that game and I had it very close winning, and then I took my foot off the gas at the wrong moment, made like 2 wrong moves, and suddenly went the other direction. I very nearly just threw this game away to where if he gets rook e5, he would have drawn this game 100% of the time. So that's why you always have to be very on the ball. Very on the ball. Now if I check, this probably is a mate somewhere. You have to be very precise when you're playing these top players. You cannot let anything slip. This must be right. Now I can check him this way and check him. Oh, maybe I can go for a ladder. Can I just ladder him with check and rook g8 and rook here? I think I can. Let's go check. Can't block because I have rook e8. Can't go here because I have rook c7, rook b7. Goes here. I'm going to check him, and then I'm going to ladder him in a weird way on the king side. He might have to go back to e7 actually. But if he goes to e7, I should be winning, but it's still not trivial, I guess you could say. Kind of wondering. I don't want to make a repetition. That's the one thing that I can't do the classic D Gukesh and make an accidental repetition. That would be catastrophic. Yeah, he goes there. Now what I'm trying to figure out is if I go check here, like I go check bishop d7, rook b7, rook d2, and then I play like g4, king d8, takes, king g5, king here, a4, h4, b3, takes, h5 here, h6, a3. That's probably winning, but it's not what I want. So the question is, but this should be winning okay, don't spend too long here. Don't spend too long. So I check him, king f8, check king g6, rook b8. That's probably winning. Okay, I'm thinking too long. Check rook d2, rook a7, king d8. Yeah, let's just go check here, go here. I mean, this has to be winning. If this isn't winning, I don't know what winning in chess is anymore. Basically what I want to do is I want to trade off the rooks. Now he goes rook d5, which makes a lot of sense. I assume that if I go a4 this is winning, but I think I'm just going to start pushing pawns like every which way. Let's go here. Wait, but now if I go wait a second. Now if I trade and go g5, okay, let's go h4. I'm pretty sure this is winning, actually. Pretty sure. Yeah, okay, let me think for a second. So I am way up on the clock here. So if I go king g3, rook d5, h5. Wait, maybe just, yeah, maybe I just go king g3, king d8, king takes h5, king e7. Let's just go here. He can obviously check if he wants to. What am I doing? I should just go back. Yeah, I'm just gonna go g5 and create p on the king side. I'm just gonna go here, create the pass pawn, and win the game. Goes bishop e8, logical move. If I go here, he has king c8, rook c7. I think it's the same I can also just go g5 probably. g5 h6 is also just winning, but rook b7, king c8, rook e7, bishop c6. Like, he's trying to find some tricks here. I give him a lot of credit for that. Rook c4 actually maybe is just very clean though. If I go here on rook d4, he doesn't have any good moves. I'm just gonna go rook d4 and just trade the pieces off, and then these pawns just rule the day. Yeah, I'll win this game. So I'll win this game, move to 5 out of 6. Wesley also on 5 out of 6, by the way. So the goal is to finish top 11. I think top 11 is the goal. Yeah, I'm gonna win this game. And very, very important win, by the way, because unless I do something insane, this all but ensures that I qualify. So I think this was a good game. Let's see, was this good or bad? I feel like I played a good game here. It was good, but it wasn't great. I was knight c5 right, I wonder. Knight c5 is an inaccuracy, you guys. Inaccuracy. Bad move. I thought it was a good move, and it says inaccuracy. Wrong move. What was better? You overlooked an opportunity to capture. Wait, what? A free pawn? What? But he takes. It's not a free pawn. Bishop takes b. It's not a free pawn though. He just takes. But anyway, let's keep going. But already here it's winning, right? Was this right though? I felt like I did this wrong. Did I do this wrong? Let's see, right around here. Wait, rook d6 was wrong? Wait, what was better? Oh, knight e5 was better? Wow. Best. Good. c6 is what? Rook c1. Wow. Wow, I'm actually terrible at chess. What? Rook d7 is bet. What? Knight b6. Bishop f3. Wow, I actually don't understand chess at all. What? Another mistake? What? Yeah, he had king e7 here where black was fine. He missed it. e4. Yeah, and now it's just winning after. Okay. All right, you guys, gonna go use the restroom quickly. Let's keep rolling. Apparently I played a horrible game. I thought I played like a great game, and it's a 93, but it was not a good game. It was a very bad game. So All right, I'm gonna use restroom quickly and we keep rocking and rolling. All right, here we go. Round number 7. What are the standings? We're both on 5, right? 5 out of 6. Who is, I don't know who Jose is playing, but let's keep going. All right, playing Vidit here. Like, I think 6.5 is gonna make it. Just looking at the standings, what do we have? 5 out of 6, 5 out of 6. They're only what, 1 2 3 4 5 6 people on 5. How many people on 4.5 is the question. There's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 people who are on 4.5. So he's gonna play knight f3. I could play queen's Indian. I think I'll play the queen's Indian. I'm just curious what his idea is. Play here, check, take. Playing something very, very slow. He could try to force a draw, actually. Okay, he's not going to. Go here. Go back. The queen d3, I think I have e5. So he plays queen f4 to play for e4. I think just like, okay, there are many ways to play this. Now d5 is what I played in a game against Narayanan from India recently. I'm just gonna go rook e8 and e5 here. It's very simple and to the point. Knight h5 was also a move too, by the way. Knight h5, knight f6. Plays queen e3. Okay, not a bad move. Pretty balanced position, I guess you could say. Maybe it's a small edge for white. I'm actually kind of wondering why exactly I played this, because this is actually not super pleasant for me. Like, it's probably okay, but it's not great. But seems fairly stable. If I win this game, I'm definitely in the top 11. I would say that. Goes there, I'll play here. I mean, he can go f4 here, but I think I'm just going to play rook d8 anyway. And at some point, like, I know that white's probably a little bit better here, but I don't think this is super scary, actually. With c5 incoming as well. Or did I just make a mistake? I mean, goes queen g5, which I guess makes some sense. I think I'll just go here and offer the trade. Not super exciting at any rate. Most likely at like move 30 I'll offer him a draw if it's not like not really much worse or better or whatever. Because the goal is top 11. Like, that's the only goal here for both of us. The knight f8 and knight e6 is kind of interesting. I'm gonna go for it maybe. I'd be a little bit careful though, because I feel like I'm playing a little bit loosey-goosey at the moment. I just feel like I'm a little bit loosey-goosey. Now he goes rook d1, which I'm a little surprised by. Maybe I shouldn't be. Should I be or not? Go here. Goes knight f3, logical. Actually, that was a bad move by me. I just realized that was actually a bad move. I should not have played that. That was a slight mistake. I'm still probably fine if I go f6 here, but it's not brilliant. Let's put it that way. Okay, if I go f6, I'm just trying to think about this logically. F6. He takes. I take rook d7, king f8. I mean, it should be fine. Bishop h3. I'll go knight g7, of course, to guard the knight. Or did I just blunder for no reason? I think I just blundered for no reason. Yeah, I just made a blunder for no reason. Maybe I'm still okay with rook d7 and king f7, but I missed an idea here that he has. Okay, he missed it. I think d5 was just very strong for white. He missed it, and now the question is, can I actually yes, now I can save it, because if I go knight g7 d5 takes, I have knight e8 at the end. But he could play bishop takes e6 also, but that, I should actually think here, not just like blitz out a stupid move and mess us all up. Takes d5 takes rook f7, knight c3 takes knight c5 e6 knight e4. I think it's takes knight c5 knight e2 rook d8 is fine, rook d6 knight e4 is fine. Yeah, it's fine. So I have knight c5 in the middle here. Yeah, now he goes for it, but it's, I think, one move too late, because now I have knight c5 at the end, I think, right? Or I have knight e8 also. Yeah, I've got knight e8 always, and I'm fine. I can play knight e8 and f5, and I'm probably still worse here, make no mistake about it. But okay, it goes there. Now I can, the question is, do I go to d8 or c7? Both moves are playable here. My gut says I should go here, play knight e8 and f5. It's gonna get a little bit messy, I think, in this position now, because I'm gonna get f5 and we're gonna have a little bit of a pawn imbalance in the center of the board. I'm not so sure I like the way Vidit has played this, by the way, because once I get this f5 in, like, it's not like I'm better or anything, but I don't think I can really be that much worse, honestly. Now, do I want to go bishop c8 is also a question. Then maybe I can use the knights, but f5 just looks right. It just looks like the right move. And now the key that I need to be careful here is I need to be careful about the queen side. So I think I'm going to start shifting. How do I shift my pieces is the question. Knight a6 doesn't look right. Knight e8 doesn't look right. Rook c8. I think I need to get a knight to d7. This is a very obvious thing. So let's go here and put the knight on d7. I'm still probably worse here because my knights are not well positioned. In fact, I have a feeling I might be much worse if I'm not careful. Okay, it goes g4, which of course I should have seen. That being said, I don't think g4 is a great move from Vidit, because now I get this. There's no knight e4. I mean, probably he's trying to flatten this game out. I think he's actually trying to flatten and make a draw. We're on what move number? No draws before move 30. Okay. I mean, he's fine in this position, but I'm not so sure that white can ever be better now. I'm gonna go like here, knight g7, maybe knight h5, maybe rook c8. I think I'll still offer him a draw on move 30. I think, like, I'm gonna play this and I'm gonna offer him a draw here. The reason I'm gonna offer him a draw is so I want to get a read on whether he thinks he's much better or not. So he's gonna play on. Not shocking. Now, oh, maybe I misplayed this though. I think I misplayed this because now I'm not in time. If I go a6, he's knight a4, which I should not have allowed, but whatever. Okay, so he goes knight e3. There's no actual threat here. I don't want to play h5. Yeah, I put this rook on a very bad. I need to reroute my pieces quicker. I didn't do it fast enough. Now this was kind of stupid by me. Maybe I can go bishop a6, a4, knight g7, a5, knight f5. Now let's go here. I'm gonna go knight g7 and knight f5. That's my idea. Like a4, knight g7, knight f5. Here, knight f5. Next one, no knight b5, very critical. If c5, I take and go rook d7, takes, should be fine. If I get knight f5, I sort of hit the base of the, not the base, but one of the big defenders of this pawn. If he goes b5, I just drop back, and maybe white's better there, but I think I'm starting to get some chances because then my knights actually have a lot more squares. It goes a5, which is what I expected. But of course I'm wrong again because after knight f5 he has b5 and a6 and I end up with a dead bishop. Yeah, I'm playing very poor chess at the moment. This is not very good actually. I'm playing pretty badly. I think I'm gonna have to take and play this, I guess. Like he goes b5, I go back, I go like rook c7, bishop c8, knight f5 at some point. Probably acceptable. I think this is probably acceptable. Rook c7, bishop c8, knight f5, bishop holds this square, no entries. It's definitely not the dream, that's for sure, but my knights are very jumpy here, and there are squares like f4 down the road. I do think I'm worse probably if he's precise, but we'll see. Goes rook b1, which probably is fine but doesn't feel completely correct to me for some reason. I don't really know why, but it just doesn't feel right. Go there, b6, takes, knight e3, fe3, bishop g4, rook b6. I do have bishop f5 as well. Bishop f5 and knight d7 maybe is a way of playing this too. Still not obvious. I go knight f5, b6, takes, knight d4 is not a move, knight e8 is a move, not a great move, but it's a move that holds. Takes, bishop g4, rook d6, bishop e2, rook f6, bishop c4, d6 is winning for white. Okay. He wants to go b6. That's his big golden ticket. If I play knight f5, b6, rook b7, takes, rook here, 7, that's losing. Okay. So I mean knight d7 is a move. It's not a very attractive looking move. There's knight e4, knight c8, knight e8, bishop g4, knight b6, c5, bishop g4 though. c5, bishop g4, knight g4. Yeah, I've definitely messed this up. That much is clear. I can go knight e8 and try to hold the glue, which I think is probably what I should do. It doesn't feel right though. If I go knight e8 b6, let me think. Knight e8 b6, takes, knight f5. That's another option of how I could play this. The knight b5, I have rook b7, 5, c5. I mean, this is actually kind of scary, and I have definitely misplayed this. I can play rook b7, but I'm really worried about some c5 down the road. Knight d7, knight e4, knight d7, knight e4, knight e8, bishop g4, knight f6, takes. Maybe that's how I do this. Maybe I go knight d7, bishop g4, knight ef6. Yeah, I think this must be correct. Here, I'm using a lot of time, which I kind of have to, because if I make one wrong move here, I'm probably going to lose the game. Like bishop g4, knight e8, knight. I mean, still bad, but is it actually bad? Like if I get this knight to b6, he always has a permanent weakness here. If I get knight f5, knight d4, okay, it goes there. I go here, of course. Bishop g4, knight b6, or sorry, bishop g4, knight f6. That's the key move, not knight b6, because as I calculated before, there's this whole c5 d6. That's the key move, is just this knight f6 back. Very, very critical move. Goes rook a1, which to me is a little bit surprising. Because wait, no, I don't. knight b6 is c5, so let me just go here. Like knight c3, then I go knight g7, we're right back where we were a second ago. Like knight c3, knight g7, and we're back where we were a second ago with the same whole position. Also knight c3, maybe I can even go bishop h3 potentially. Actually knight c3 bishop h3 maybe is not so crazy, but we'll see. I mean it's an option, but it's not clear cut. Remove the capture. Oh, is he trying to go for some c5 trick? He might have some c5 trick somewhere in here. h3. I have to be very careful. If I get him low enough on time, I think I can probably win, but right now I'm just trying to stay stable. Let's take a look at the other results. What do we have? Jose made a quick draw against Wesley because Wesley knows top 11 is all that he needs. Goes knight, yeah, so now he goes knight c3. So now I think I go, do I go knight g7 or do I play bishop h3 is a big question. I think I'm gonna go knight g7 and go back for the same knight f5, because now again he's gonna have to play rook b1 knight d7 and we're right back where we were, I think, right? Yeah, so if he goes rook b1 knight d7, we're right back where we were a second ago and the position is balanced. Like basically if he lets he has to stop my knight from getting here, but it's still not easy. I mean, this is very tricky to play. Yeah, it goes there. Now I go here, and now we're right back where we were. Yeah, now we're back here again. Because bishop g4, the bishop g4 runs into knight f6 as I mentioned before. So I think I'm okay here. The key is to not blunder bishop g4 knight b6, because knight b6 looks so natural, but I just cannot play it. Yeah, now I go here, and now I mean now it's anybody's bet as to what's going on. I wonder if I had knight c5 too. Maybe I had knight c5 as well, but this should be fine. Like he's getting very low on time. That's the main thing. Like he's getting low on time, so if he's not careful here, something bad could happen. He goes rook a6. I expected that, but now I have rook d7. Knight e4 is the other big question mark. Do I have knight e4 here? Is like some tricks. Like knight e4, rook a1, rook f7, takes, d6. I mean, it's what I want. Maybe I can play rook f7 to be really cheeky. No, that's no good. If I go knight e4, I mean, rook a6, rook b4, takes, rook d5. I should think here. I'm literally one move away from just drawing this game easily. b7, b6, takes, knight e4, f3, knight d2, rook c6, knight f3, king G, I mean, f3, king g2, rook f7. Think about this for a second. Trying to come up with a way to make this b6 move irrelevant, kind of. Knight e4, rook a1, b7, f3. No, it's no good. I don't want to go passive here either, so you can't play rook d8. It's either rook d7 or nothing. Rook d7 or rook d7 or knight e4. Knight e4, rook a1, rook c7, f3, 2, rook d6, knight c4. There's rook d8 check. That's no good. How do I play this without going passive? I don't think there's a good way to do it. I think I have to go for this. This isn't what I wanted to do, but I think I have to do it. And just go passive with 98. It goes there. Okay. Here. As long as I'm not hanging something obvious here, I should be fine. There's going to be some knight e4, knight h5, knight f4 maybe. Okay, so he goes f3, logical. I can play e4 now. e4, f4, knight h5. 5. Okay. I'm just going to go here. Knight h5, knight f4 was also an obvious idea. Let's go here. Let's take here. I'm gonna go e4 next move as well. Wait, what? Let's go. Oh shoot, did I just blunder this? I think I did. Crud. Here. No, but I have rook d7. Okay, now this is dangerous. I've got myself into a bad situation here. No, I've misplayed this. I've just straight up misplayed this. Rook c no, rook c7's no good, obviously. I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna have to go over this g4 trick to complicate it immediately. Okay, plays rook a3, which looks kind of wrong to me, but I don't know why. It feels wrong. Let's think about this. Maybe just like... No, you gotta move, you gotta move. He plays rook d3. He's trying to push. I have rook d4 maybe? No. There. Okay, now I think he misplayed this. I might have a chance to win now if he's not precise. Okay, let's go. We go like there. Like, I mean, this should be okay if I'm precise. I think I'm gonna go here. Risky move, by the way. H4, very risky move for me. Here. They're logical. Let's go. Here, I guess. I have rook d2 now. I think I tricked him actually. Yeah. I tricked him. I made him. We got him. We got him. There we go. We beat him. Should have taken the draw. Okay. Crazy game. Got the win. Moved to 6 out of 7. Very, very important win. Again, as always, keep the game very close until the very end. I was in a lot of trouble that game. I would have lost that game if it was a classical game, but it wasn't. So it's lagging. I'm lagging. Am I lagging? Sorry. Was I lagging? I don't know. Yeah, he kind of misplayed it. Somewhere around here is still fine, but already here it's getting kind of dangerous. Like once he lets me get here, I think somewhere in here he had a c5 that must have been good. Basically, once I get this position, he's in trouble. Once we get to this position, it's very dangerous to play. So it still is maybe better for him, but yeah, now it all just falls apart. Was this winning? Rook a7, e4 is also winning. Yeah. All right, we got the big dub. We move on to round number 8, which will be coming up very, very soon. Let's close this game. All right, we are up to, we're in the home stretch, 6 out of 7. Round number 8 should be coming up momentarily. Let's see what's going on. Okay, now we're guaranteed top 8. I think what I'm going to do is probably my tiebreaker is pretty good here. So what I'm probably going to do here is try to basically make a quick draw and move on to the final round. That's the plan. Yeah. No lag. Yeah, no lag. Yeah, it happens. I mean, it happens. I mean, Vidit's now on 5 out of 7. I mean, there's a good chance he's not going to make the top division. Good chance. Yeah, that was not a good game. A lot of lag here on Christmas Island. Yeah, but we got the win. We get into the scramble and I outplay him. So I mean, if I can get first clear, I mean, that's good enough. But the question is 6.5 good enough for top 11? That's what I have to really take stock of. Like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Like the question that I have to ask myself here is, if I lose this game and I draw, is 6.5 going to make it? And I think the simple answer is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. I think the answers are 4 on 6.5. I don't think it's a guarantee that 6.5 is in. I don't think it's a guarantee. Yeah, knight c2 knight before knight c6 was very strong. I had a feeling he could have played that or knight a2 knight before, but he didn't find it. And we got the win. That's all that counts. Google collapsed. I haven't been following the market super closely other than Boeing, which I sold earlier today after another classic 5% run up. I'm gonna wait for Boeing to go back to 200 again, and then I'll do what I did before. I'll just buy more shares, sell for 5% at 210, and just keep rolling. So yeah, Google is down 6.5, and it's something. It's something. Not the end of the world though. So yeah. All right. Anyway, we survive. Yeah. So, all right, let's keep going. No lag here in Antarctica. Yeah. Yeah. Fabiano's having a very poor event. I don't know if he won. If he won, he's on 3.5. I'll check. Let's check. Control F. Caruana. He is on 3.5 out of 7. He's going to need to win 2 games. 5.5 out of 7 is not going to be good enough. Yeah, Fabiano's on 3.5 out of 7. This is just not going to get it done. Fabiano is not making Division 1. He might make Division 2, but he's probably not going to make Division 1. So, all right. Whew, big shout out to nearly 10,000 of you guys who are watching on this very fine. Oh, wait, there's a 6-minute break after round 7. I forgot. So I'm going to go clear my head. There's a 6-minute break. Yeah, let me stretch. I forgot there's a break. All right, you guys. We are back. We're on the break here. What are the standings though, as we move forward? Standings are 6 out of 7. So there are only 2 of us on 6, myself and Vinny. Wesley's on 5.5. I assume that I play Jose. That's my guess. That's my best guess. That's what I think happens, but I don't know. Why 69 not 70? I don't know. No idea. No idea at all. So all right, let's see what we get here. Waiting for round number 8 to start. Probably if I play Jose, I'm happy with a draw here is my guess. No, but top 11 make it. Alirez is on 5.5. He's probably gonna make it through if I had to guess. I don't know what the format is if you make top 11, but it's more important to make top 11 than going crazy and like losing my mind. So we'll see. We shall see. Vidit is on 5 points out of 7, so he still could qualify, but he's currently in 18th. So all right, we have 2 more to go, and then we'll get back to our scheduled content. That's the plan. So top 11, if I play well, then I might win. Hans in 65th but wins TT. Okay, whatever, you guys. Not in the mood. Not in the mood for that. Not in the mood for that whatsoever. So let's see. We're on 6 out of 7. Vinny on 6. Jose 6.5. My tiebreaker is a lot better than many people, even on 5. So 6.5 almost for sure makes it, but it's really not worth it to gamble. Like, because what happens if I draw this game, I'm going to play someone also on 6.5, and then everybody's happy to draw it in the final game. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, it depends who I play in round 8, kind of. I mean, if I play someone who's below me, like let's say I play. So if I see. All right. Thoughts on Kamer? He's playing very well. Yeah, he's playing very well. He is. He's having a great result. What else needs to be said? Yeah. Fabiano will be in Division 3 or Division 2. Speedrun's going to be next. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Speedrun's going to be next. Yep. So all right, you guys, so let's keep rolling. Round number 8 going to begin pretty soon. I assume I get Jose. That's my guess. Yeah, I do get Jose. So let's play a D4. Okay, adios chat. Off goes the monitor as we head into round number 8. Do we get here? Let's continue to play the Trumpowski. Why not? Goes e6. Okay, so you can play knight c3. I can also just play e4. Let's play knight c3 and queen d3. One of these old systems is not super common anymore. Top 11 is what is the goal right now. We are currently in, I think, 3rd place. I don't know who Vincent is playing, but it means he's playing someone lower. So Vincent's either going to win or probably lose if I had to guess, because he's going to play someone who needs to win. Everybody on 5.5 has to try very hard here. I do wonder if 6.5 is going to make it. Just looking at the scoreboard, there's what 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So there could be 4 people potentially. He goes d5. What's the right move here? Trying to remember this line correctly. Trying to remember if it's castles or not. I think there's a trick with a queen trap somewhere in here after castles, but I could be wrong on that. So e5 is obviously playable. I think I'll just play it. I could just trade and go like knight g2 or a3. That's very, very drawish probably, so I'm gonna go e5. See what Jose does here. This is kind of trending towards something very boring as well. So I think if I win, it means that I am through to I'm through automatically to whatever portion of Division 1. Otherwise, it's some kind of weird mess, and I don't know how it works. Plays queen g6, which is interesting. Not the move that I actually expect him to play. I mean, I guess he's going to try to play this. This looks kind of dubious, actually. This doesn't look quite right to me. I take and play a3, he goes c5. Wait a second, this does not look right. Wait. Okay, let's... I mean, I don't really necessarily want to trade, but I think this is fine. So, okay, now what I have to do is I have to play against the weaknesses. So, first things first, I can play a3 or not play a3. And I think I should play a3 because this way he doesn't get the c5 break and he has to decide, is he going to take or not? Now, if he takes, it's probably drawish, but I think his double pawns are worse than my double pawns in the center. So I'm not particularly concerned about this position, but I could be wrong on that. So let's see what he does here. Like, he can go back if he wants. Like, that's completely legit as a move. Really not sure. Not sure what to make of this position. I think I'm better, but I could also be worse because he does have the 2 Bs in the long term potentially, which could be an issue. But my gut instinct says that I'm better here. So if my gut says I'm better, my gut should be right more often than not. Like, I am a top player for the most part. So let's see what he does. I should keep the pre-move in play to save time though, just in case he takes. He goes bishop a5, which I'm actually a little bit surprised to see. I did not expect that move because I thought I could play like b4 and like knight g2 or knight f3 and bishop d3. Let's think about this actually. Okay, so I go b4, bishop b6, knight f3, bishop b6. Let's just say knight c. No. Think. Is c5 a threat is the first question, and I think the answer to that is probably no. Could be a threat. So if I go bishop d3, c5 takes d4 b4, that's very, very murky, very unclear actually. I feel like I should play bishop d3. I don't know why, but it feels like the right move to play. Let's think about this. Bishop. I think I'm gonna play it. Let's play this, hit the pawn. Pretty straightforward first move to finish my development. I think it makes a lot of sense. Goes g5, expected that. Now I think I should play b4. Maybe this is wrong. I kind of want to go h4 here. I don't know why, but I kind of want to play h4 and try to attack. I don't know if h4 is a good move. I can obviously play b4 and something like knight g2, knight c6, bishop b5, takes. I mean, that's completely fine for me. It's not wonderful. Trying to figure out about this knight g2 line. I think I just have to come up with something and move. Like, I can't really waste much more time here. I need a concept. That's actually the problem. I don't have a concept in mind. Could just castle here. I'm gonna play h4. I'm gonna ask him what he's doing. I'm gonna try to activate here on the king side, maybe. I don't know. Like, this is very unclear. c5, I take d4, b4, of course. I feel like I also need to protect the center as much as I can. Like, if I can get these pawns here, this g5 stops f4, which would reinforce this triangle of pawns. Very, very hard to judge. Time is pretty balanced so far. We're both at 7 minutes. I don't want to get too low on time. That is the one thing I do need to keep in mind. I don't want to get super low. Now, did Vincent already draw or not? No, Vincent is still playing, so he's trying to get to 7 also. Everybody on 5.5 is still playing as well. So everybody's trying to win their games, as expected, obviously. I don't have a pre-move that I should actually play. Like I don't know if there are any good pre-moves because there's so many options. He can go here, he can take. I mean, he's not going to take, so there's no need to pre-move because that would just be a bad move. Let's see what Jose does here. I think I'm better. I really do feel like I should be better here. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Could be wrong. It's always possible. So he takes. Now I think I should actually throw in this check. I think it's actually critical that I go check. I think this is critical because otherwise he gets some G5 nastiness. So let's throw this check in and go to E7 or D8 or D7. I mean, he has probably not F8 because takes check here if he goes this way, but he has 3 squares. All 3 are playable probably. I don't know if one's better than the other, but I think I'm actually better now. I'm just thinking about this conceptually with this. Goes to E7, which I think might be a serious mistake actually, because now this should be good for me somehow. I feel like this is better for white. It just feels better. I don't know why, but it feels like his grip, he's clamped. There's clamp downs on the king side, on the queen side. Let's just take. This just looks good, and I'm always gonna have some F4 to reinforce the center. There's no G5 because I blocked the pawn. He can't bring the knight to E7 to hit the bishop, and I think I'm actually in very good shape here. My gut tells me that I'm in good shape here. I also have F4 later to reinforce the center, maybe even C3. This should be good for me. Now, whether I actually know how to play chess and I can prove it remains to be seen, but I bet the computer gives white an advantage here. I'd be very, very surprised if I'm not better. Very, very surprised. There's knight D7, which I don't actually understand. There's knight A4 here now also. Like knight A4, knight B6, and bishop D3 is probably very good. I think his idea is he wants knight F8. He wants knight F8, but this is why I thought he should try to go E7. He wants knight F8, which makes a ton of sense. I can go knight A4, takes, and bishop D3 maybe. I mean, I am better. I'm sure that I'm better. It's just a matter of proving it, which will not be easy, of course. Knight A4, knight F8. Oh, knight F8, knight B6, knight G6. He has tricks here. So I go knight A4, knight F8, bishop D3, G5, takes. That should be winning. Okay, let's go here, attack the bishop. He's probably going to play knight F8 here. I'd be very surprised if he does anything else. Maybe A5, B5, but it doesn't really concern me at all. I should just be better here. I really should just be better. It's really hard to believe that I'm not. I mean, I expect knight F8 to hit the bishop. That's what I'm expecting. You know what I could have done? I just realized maybe I could have gone rook F4, rook F8, rook G4 to hit something. If I have time, I might want to consider this idea later, because then if he puts the rook here, there's no knight F. Okay, so he goes for what I expected. Now the key is to not take, because then he gets this. So I go here first, G5, then I take, and I'm fine. He can't take back, so I'll pre-move this. I think I'm better here. I don't know if I'm like much better, just a little bit better, but just looking at the position with this pawn structure, this has to be better for me. This just must be better. There's just no way this is an advantage for white. Just no way. No way, Jose, as we like to say. Or pun unintended, but pun still works. Let's see what he does. He's very low on time, yeah. So he goes here. Now I could play knight c5, but I'm just going to follow my plan, my original idea, which is to trade. And now the question is, do I play f4 as well? Like now there's also f4 to stop g5, and I like f4. Just reinforce the center, no g5, so I just take, knight f3. I should be better here. I should be significantly better. This looks like a game that Jose Raul would play, like Jose Raul Capablanca. Like all my pawns are well placed. My knight's coming into the game. There's no g5. Knight is passive. I expected that. Now I could go knight e2 here. One of the ideas that I want to keep in mind though is I want to be able to play some rook g4 maybe. Like I can't go, I mean I could play g4 but it doesn't look great. Knight e2 is a move. Maybe I should play rook g4, just tickle the pawn. I kind of like this idea actually. And it fits with the themes of how you're supposed to play a lot of these positions, because in general when you have more space like I do here, you don't want to let your opponent get pawn breaks or trade pieces. So rook g4 stopping this is a very thematic Russian school kind of move that I think makes a lot of sense. Potentially. Maybe it's not a good move, but it looks good. Still I don't know how good this actually is, but I'll play it anyway. It's a very thematic move though. Very, very thematic. And my king side is very stable. Like I can always just go c3 to connect all the pawns, and it's going to be very hard to stack the rooks. Like it's going to be very hard to get this because of all the pressure on the king side and all these pieces that are in the way from the stack. Expected that. Okay, now I think I should actually play knight h3 here, and I think I need to stop this g5 idea if I can. So I'm going to go knight h3, no g5 now. Go rook g3, king d2. He might try c5 somewhere in here, but I'm still not very concerned about it. I mean king d2, I mean maybe I could have just gone king d2, g5 takes and then knight h3 and it's good enough, but still he doesn't have a lot of play here. Like all his pieces are completely misplaced. So all I want to do is go 1 2 and something like that. Now he goes bishop f7, doesn't concern me. I'll just go I mean king d2 looks correct, why not? I'm probably gonna play f5 or bishop h7 somewhere in here pretty soon. I'm definitely better. That much is clear cut. That much is very clear. This is really just going to be a question of whether I can convert this or not. That's the big question mark. It goes g6, which actually I'm very happy to see that move, because that is a mistake. That is a fundamental mistake, because now I go, well maybe not. He's going to go no, but that has to be rook h4 g5 takes. It's good. Rook h4 h, I mean this has to be a mistake because now his bishop is so passive. I can go knight g5 or knight f2 actually. I can also go g4 here. I should be much better here. Let me think about this for a second. Okay, knight g5 is knight g5, knight d7, takes g4 f5. That looks very, very good. Not cleanly winning, but how else do I improve the position is the question. My knight doesn't, like if I could put my knight anywhere on the board, I'd like it on g5 obviously, but that's the only square that makes a ton of sense. Although knight g5, knight d7, rook h1 does make sense, so maybe I should actually just go here. This takes, I take, and if I can force this rook here, this like any other, there's like no other square on the board the knight is good other than g5 or f6. So he goes c5. This feels like desperation time from Jose. He's trying very hard to complicate. I assume I just go c3. Yeah, I'm just gonna play c3. Actually takes and rook b1 is probably winning. I probably could have just taken and gone rook b1 and I start to mop it up. C3 maybe a little bit, maybe I'm trying to be a little bit too technically sound here. It goes bishop e8. Now again I can obviously take if I want to. Oh no, but now he gets bishop c6, so it doesn't work. No, I should not have done this. Why did I play that move? Stupid. Let's just go back. He still is a very bad knight though. This knight has no squares, which as I said, it's kind of similar to the games. There's a famous game in the French played between I think Jose Raul Capablanca with the black pieces and Alexander Aliekin with the white pieces in one of those world championships, where I think there were knights on like was it h7 and f8 or something like that. So it's very similar. I mean he's gonna try to get b5 probably at some point, like b5, knight d7, knight b6. And I just have to make sure, yeah, he's going for it. Now, if I want to be Jose Raul, I probably should play b5. Yeah, Jose Raul would play b5 here. Do I want to be like Jose Raul? I think I do. So he's going to go b5 and sack a pawn. I can also go a4, but still he gets b5. So, Let's just go here. Put this knight in jail permanently. I'm really starting to squish him on the queen side too. Like, I'm really starting to squish him hard. And I still control the break on the king side. I still have g4, f5. I still have a4. And now I think I should play a4 probably. Yeah, just guard the pawn. And he's effectively in jail here, almost. Like, I'm probably going to run my king. I think I run the king to b4, and then I just play on the king side here. Goes h5, logical. Play g4, but I think what I'm just going to do is just very quietly, as long as I don't allow some g5 trick. Okay, let's think though. He's going to go knight h7. Okay, let's go here, put the king on b4. This seems like a very obvious step one. A very obvious step one maneuver to play for. I'm kind of questioning why I did that, because now I let him get some counterplay. I mean, it's still good for me, but I should not have let him get this move in. Yeah, I let him get some counterplay for no reason. Still better, though. Slight mistake. Take. Yeah, I let him get this counterplay. What the heck am I doing? So stupid. I should have played g3. Why didn't I go g3 earlier? Still probably going to win this game if I'm precise, but this was very careless by me. Very bad. That's just ridiculous. I mean, why did I allow this trick? Just I'm out playing him the whole game, and now suddenly it's going to get very messy. Here. Here. I'm still probably winning, but I should have just played g3. So stupid. Trying to run this king to the queen side. So dumb by me. Okay, let's go here. I think that's a blunder. Because now I cover c2. He has knight d3, knight h4 maybe. I think I'm winning though. Knight d3, I go knight h4, and then rook d2, and I win the game, I think. Go here, attack the bishop. Bishop e4, rook d2 should be winning. Yeah, this is just winning for me. It's a win, but I'm not happy with my technique. Like, I could have avoided any counterplay or any danger. I wasn't able to successfully do that, but I still do win the game, which I guess at the end of the day, that's all that really matters, but still. It goes there, I go here. Oh, he's got rook f8, which I didn't see either. Oh, I thought I had the game won, and now it's... Oh my god, now it's game on again. What the heck? Oh, great. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I thought this was winning. So stupid by me. Like, I just want to take and go mate. Not mate, but win material. Goes rook g8. That's a move I expected, actually. Do I have rook d1 maybe? d1, knight c1, king b2. Wait a second. Wait. There's bishop e4, rook b4, king a3, rook a8. Oh, what a trickster this guy is. What a trickster. Finds all these ridiculous ideas. Unreal. Okay. Yeah, I still need to be very careful how I do this. I think. Wait, but if I take rook b4, I can king c3, d4, rook d3, that should be winning. Rook a4. Wait, so takes rook b4, king c3, check takes d4, rook d3. Yeah, no, I should be winning, but I still need to be precise here. Still not easy. Okay, but now, okay, take a deep breath and just relax. Okay, this is winning here. I just need to be precise. Go here. I'm still finding ways to complicate the situation. It's very annoying. But now I finally blunders. Why did I do that, by the way? I don't know why I played that move. Take, go here. Oh, what the heck? Oh my god, what the heck did I just do? Oh my god, I did what I did against Hans. I saw the sequence in the wrong order. Oh my god, I just saw the sequence in the wrong order. Oh my god, I did exactly what I did against Hans. What the heck? I did the exact same thing that I did against Hans yesterday. I saw the sequence in the wrong order. Oh, that's just ridiculous. Oh my god, so bad. I just messed this up. I played the sequence in the wrong order. Oh my god. Oh jeez. Maybe I can still win though. Wait, can I still win this? Maybe. Wait, maybe I can still win this. I'm getting low on time. Maybe I go. Oh, fudge me. I just saw a sequence and I played the wrong order. I'll tell you what was in my mind. In my mind, I had already played this, and then King D4. I had already calculated the sequence and then I messed it up. It's just a draw, right? Yeah. Oh my god. I had the sequence in my head and I played the wrong order again. I did the Magnus. Magnus has done that a few times, including against me in the Fisher random event, where it's like he saw a sequence and he played the wrong order, which lost right away. Yeah, I saw the wrong sequence. That was the problem. Like, I saw this position and then on the board this wasn't the position. That was the thing. I saw the position wrong. Like, in my mind I had already played this when I went King D4. That's so bad. And there's no chance to win, I don't think. I mean, King C4 is a try, but it's nothing. Yeah, I played such a great game to get there, and then yeah. Why did I just go Rook E4? I mean, literally, like, yeah. Rook D1 was the winning move, not Rook D2. There was a winning move here. Wait, what? No, there was no winning move here. Yeah. I mean, I'll still qualify, I guess, but that I would have won the event. I would have won the event. That's the problem. I would have won the event. I could have skipped tomorrow. So costly. I have a better tiebreak than everyone, I guess. If I win the last round, I'll make it. But that's so frustrating. I had the wrong position in my head. That's just so bad. Yeah, Rook D1 earlier was winning, not Rook D2. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is, as the saying goes. All right, so Last round I'm probably gonna get black. The only good news is I think even if I lose this game, I probably no, I was winning it multiple times, but I basically, yeah, I just like I saw the wrong position in my head. Yeah, I just saw the wrong position. Yeah, but it is what it is. At least I'll still qualify probably. But I'm probably gonna play Wesley, which means I can't win. Yeah. Yeah, I'd already played knight d5 in my head, and then yeah, I did that. I did the same thing against Hans yesterday where I saw the position, I played the wrong sequence. But before knight c1 there was a winning move. Yeah, before knight c1. Or before knight c1. Wait, here? Oh, rook d1 and king b2. Ah, like this. Yeah, I mean, I didn't see rook f8. That was a problem. I mean, the only upside is now it means for sure I'm streaming tomorrow, I guess. Only the top 11 make it through. Yeah, only top 11, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, but the problem is I have to win the last game. That's the problem. I have to win the game. I mean, if I don't play Wesley, I have a good chance, but if I play Wesley, I mean, it's obviously going to be a draw. 11 people qualify to tomorrow. The winner automatically qualifies to the top 8. So it happens. Yeah, it happens. Music today is on point. I haven't been listening. Let's see, what's the music? There we go. Do I get Wesley? No. Okay, I get an easier pairing. Okay, slightly easier but not guaranteed. Let's play d4. I'm trying to monitor. There we go. All right, I'm definitely gonna try to win this game. Let's play classic Trumpowski again. Take. Excuse me. Let's take. Yeah. I do need, if I win this game, I knight c6. Wait. Go a3. See what he plays here. He can play e5, of course. Another move that's completely playable, I think. I'm gonna get a big advantage on the clock here, and I get the double white to finish, which is very nice, because if I win this game, it goes e6. I think b4 is still correct. I'm trying to remember how this line goes. How does this line go? It's only been a month since I last played this. I think it's knight d2. You're supposed to go check. Knight b3. Actually, bishop b5 first maybe was better, but I think it's still going to transpose in a second. The only good news is I'm way up on clock here, but it's so frustrating because if I win that game, I'm probably definitely skipping. I probably am already qualified for the day for the day after tomorrow. So frustrating, but that's how life goes. At least I've got a good pairing here. I'm pretty much in a free roll. Like, I can't lose. It's a very dry position, so I mean, worst case is a draw, but that gets me through to tomorrow. So I'm basically in a free roll where if I win, I probably have a better tiebreak than everybody. Everybody on 6.5 is go here. Now I think bishop g7, is that correct or is that wrong? I don't remember if that's correct. I have a feeling that might be wrong. Let's go knight f3. Knight e2, knight g3, knight h5 is an option, by the way, and it might even be the right option. Now that I think I'm supposed to go knight e2. Yeah, knight e2 I think is knight e2 better or is it knight f3? I can't remember which move is correct here. Okay, goes there. I can play rook b1 if I want. There's also knight d4 somewhere in here, I think, like knight d4. I mean, basically I'm in a free roll zone here, so I'm in the free roll where like I'm the only one who can win, and that's a good thing. Plays queen c7. This does give me f4, which I think I'm supposed to play somewhere in here, so I'm gonna play f4. I've got to be careful though, because I feel like I'm moving a little bit too fast at the moment. Yeah, rook c8, I expected that. Am I supposed to take? I'm trying to remember how this line goes. I think I'm supposed to take and play queen a7 if I remember the line correctly, but I'm moving too fast. Like I'm moving way too fast here. I don't know why, but I just am. I think queen a5 is a move here, but so is queen a7 maybe. Obviously with perfect play this is a draw, but I'm up a lot of time. Jose drew quickly, by the way. So see, Jose gets the quick draw. This is why I need the win, because then I could have made the quick draw and ensured that I finished first. That being said, I mean, again, I really should not be in any danger of losing this position. Although I'm looking at the position, I'm not feeling very good about the way I've played this. Like, yeah, bishop e8's a move. What am I doing here, actually? I'm a little bit confused. What am I doing? Rook b1, maybe? I'm trying to remember the notes to the Chessable course, actually. I think the Chessable course said white's better here after rook b1. Or is it rook c1? I don't even remember at this point. Put the rook on b1, why not? Yeah, I think as I vaguely recall, I think in the Chessable course they said that white's supposed to be a little bit better in this endgame. Like it's nothing special, but it's a small advantage. And I don't know if I actually believe that, but I seem to recall that being in the notes. Maybe I should have gone rook a1 and queen a5. Of course I probably should have. Let's just go like here. I don't know. I'm pretty unhappy. I think you guys can tell. Like I'm pretty unhappy with myself right now. I really did mess this up. Like I could have just been on my way to the day 3 or day 4 or whatever of this event. Queen e7. Okay, now that's an interesting move. Like is there an actual threat? Like I don't necessarily want to go g3, but I play like rook a1 here. I have to find a way to keep this game going in a manner that that gives me a chance to win. Like knight a5 is a move. No, knight a5 he takes with the bishop. What am I smoking? Maybe I can go queen b6. Maybe I can go queen b6 here. But then bishop a4, rook a1. Takes, queen h4, king g1. I'm gonna go for it. The queen h4, I just go king g1. Okay, now he goes queen c7, which I think I'm happy to see, maybe. Or not. Or actually, am I happy to see this? I thought... Takes rook a1, bishop c5, rook a8. King f8. Wait. There might be a trick. Rook a1. Takes rook a1. Takes, rook a8. King f8, knight b5. Rook c6. Knight c5 takes, knight d6. Rook c2. King f3. King e7 takes b5. Knight. That should be good. Okay. And I can never lose this position. Wait, but if I take, he gets, okay, whatever, let's go for it. Because now I have rook a8, king f8, knight b5 with the trickery. I think I have trickeries here. I think I have it's trickery time. Trickery, trick or treat, or something. I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't speak good English. Never have, never will. If I get rook a5, I think there's some argument that I could be better here. Actually, I think there's a legit argument that I could be better. Yeah, if I win this game, I skip tomorrow. I mean, I'll stream tomorrow, but I skip the day of qualification if I make it through. I think I have serious chances here to potentially win the game, especially because we're in one of the dark art situations with the knights versus the bees, and the knights are very well outposted on all these squares. So because the pieces are so well outposted, he's down on time. It's much harder to use the bees than it is to use these knights. So we'll see if I can find a way to work some magic here, but thinking. Oh, Vincent, by the way, did Vincent lose the last round? I'm on 6.5. Vincent must have drawn or must have lost 2 in a row. Ouch. Vincent was on 5. He was on 6 out of 6, I think, and he's on 6 out of 8. He lost 2 in a row. Ouch. Yeesh. Chess is hard sometimes. Like, Vinny was well on his way to qualifying, and then he wasn't. Insane, actually. Kind of insane. Okay. So I'm up 3 minutes against Ter-Sahakyan. He still has plenty of time, obviously, so it's not like this is an easy win or anything, but I'm up 3 minutes. 0 risk, only I can win, so hopefully I do win. There's rook c8. Interesting choice. Now, I have rook a7 here, which I think is what I'm going to play. Yeah, I think I'm going to go here. Like, I mean, maybe this endgame is a draw after takes, but again, good knight, bad bishop, squares blockaded, bastion time. I think it's okay here. I think this is completely acceptable for me. Yeah, I'll pre-move takes, I think. Yeah, I'll take. Rook b2 to guard the pawn, or rook b1 maybe. Nah, rook b2 must be right. We're just gonna bring the king over. I mean, there's a very good chance that I can win this. Very good chance. It's obviously equal, I'm sure, according to a computer, but I bring the king over. I'm gonna go like rook a2, rook b4. I do think I'm gonna win this game. I really do, because the reason I think I'm going to win this game is simply that now I guard everything. I can play rook b4. I can activate the rook. I can go rook a2. He doesn't have entries, and eventually I'm going to reroute this knight all over the board, and bad things are going to happen. Yeah, rook c. Actually, did I misplay this slightly? Probably I did. So let's go like. I've got all day here. I can do anything. So let's go rook b8. Maybe rook h8. It's an idea. Maybe h3 and g4 also. Another idea that I have in my back pocket. I think rook b8 was a mistake, though, actually. Maybe not. So let's just go here. I'm going to take the a file, basically. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slowly try to improve my position. So the way that I slowly try to improve it is probably I try to push pawns on the king side, first of all. Let's just go h3. Quiet little move, doesn't do anything special, but maybe g4 later. Maybe I should have played rook a6 actually to stop what I think he's going to play next, but who cares? Like, I'm up 4 minutes, which is doesn't matter yet, but it probably is going to matter down the road. He goes there, which is kind of what I expected him to do. Go here, pressure the pawn. Okay, now I think I'm going to go g3 to reinforce the structure. g4 always an idea. I think I should have just gone g4 though. But the thing is, I don't want to make this too easy. Like I need to keep this complicated until we get to a critical moment. That's actually what I need to do here. I need to just keep this very, very slow. Like let's go here. And now I've got rook h8, I've got rook a7, a lot of tricks here. Like I need to keep this complicated until the critical moment, and then when he's like 20 seconds, then I go for the complication where he has to find the right move to draw. And if he finds that he draws, if he doesn't, he loses. But I can't give him a chance to simplify with 2.5 minutes on the clock. I need to keep massaging the position till we get to that critical moment. Just keep on massaging. Goes h5, which I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little bit thinking that I'm kind of thinking that that's not a very good move actually. I have rook h1 and knight f3, but then the rook gets trapped on the edge. Okay, so he has an idea. So I think the way that I keep massaging is, let's go, how do I massage? Rook h8, king g6, knight f3, rook b1, rook d8, bishop a4, or bishop b5, or rook d8, bishop a4, knight d4, rook g1. Okay, how do I find a way to win this? Because I feel like h5 is a mistake. It feels like this pawn doesn't belong there. Where would I should actually do what I did in the Jose game. Where do I want my knight if I can put it on a perfect square? Where does the knight belong? And the answer would be e5 or g5, but obviously the pawn covers. So how do I maneuver the knight? Or how do I even try to win this game is the other question. Like I can go rook d8. I think I'm gonna go here, put pressure on the bishop because he can no longer go king e7, I don't think. Or maybe he can. Okay. Actually, let's go here, pressure the pawn. It goes there, I expected that. And now, I mean, I could go knight f3, knight h4, but I still don't like it. So now I think I'll go back to d8. Okay, logical. How do I win this game? Let's go here, I guess. I have to be careful I don't end up in a threefold. Right? Yeah, I have to be very careful this doesn't end up in a threefold repetition. But I can't put that. Where do I put the knight? Maybe h2. c4 doesn't really do a whole lot in the long term. How do I play this? Like I can move my knight. I think I'm gonna go here actually. I think I'm gonna go knight b3 and knight c5 if I can. Maybe like knight b3 here to go knight c5. I have to find ways to keep him burning time on the clock. It's very, very important that I do that. I'll just go here. Maybe if I can get knight d2 and c4, I can possibly win this. Okay, it goes bishop c6, which looks like a bad move, but it might be fine. If I go king d4, king d6, rook a6, e5, king d3, king e7, king d2. We're kind of back where we started, but I think I need him. I think I need him to push this pawn. So if I really need him to push the pawn up, I should go king d4 to force him to go here and here. Go there, rook a6. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna try to get him to play king d6, and then rook a6. He has to go e5, and then as long as I don't lose my kingside pawns, I still should have winning chances. But I'm trying to massage it. I'm trying to massage the position as much as I can, and try to get him to start pushing the pawns. Basically, that's what I'm trying to do here. And he's getting low on time now as well, so it's giving me much better chances. But then in any endgame, he has these double pawns, which it's not like it's losing. Any of these endgames are losing, but it gets a lot harder to play. Yeah, so now I go here, e5, king d3, king d2. I'm trying to force him to push the p. See what he does. Okay, goes king e7. He does not try to actually take advantage. Very interesting. Okay, so now how do I play this? Like, there should be some way to play this. Is it rook? No, but rook b6. He has bishop a8 or something weird. Oh, I feel like there's something here. How do I do this though? I go rook b6, bishop a8. I don't have knight c5. Okay, but I still think this is right. Go here. I mean, I have knight c5 at some point. Still a very tough position to play, but he's getting a little bit low on time now. Like, he's starting to get low on time, and soon this is where we're going to get the situation where I need to basically cheese him hard. And now I go here. e5, I can just take the pawn. I mean, I might even go c4 somewhere soon. Like, I might go c4 to simplify even further. Goes bishop c6. Maybe I've got knight a6 and rook b8 maybe. Like, I feel like I'm getting somewhere. That much is clear. Like, I feel like I'm improving. I also have rook b8. Wait, rook b8, king d6 check. King d6, rook h6. Wait a second. I mean, I feel like I'm getting somewhere, but I don't see it. And c3 is an option. It's not really what I want to play. c3, bishop a8. Whatever, let's just do it. Just have to keep massaging the position. Just keep on massaging it. Goes there. Now I go here. Is this still okay? There's still no way through though. Crud. Not rook a5. I have to, maybe I play h4 for Zugzwang, maybe. h4 is Zugzwang. h4 is a Zugzwang. Do I go for Zugzwang here? I don't really want to do it. c4 is obviously not right. I can go like, nah, that's not good either. This, like, I'm still trying to massage it as much as I can. Goes there. Okay, this obviously doesn't do anything. There, I guess. Maybe I can go rook b8 here though. But it's still probably a draw. So, okay, let's go there. Yeah, I've messed this up. Or maybe. Is this a repetition? I gotta make sure. Is there a repetition here? I don't think it's a repetition. I could trade here and go c4, but I don't think that's winning. Okay. Here. Yeah, there's just no way to win this, basically. Is this a winning king of pawn endgame or not? I don't know. Take. Crud. He's got this too, of course. Yeah, it's just a draw. Frustrating, put it mildly. Oh, did I just mess this up? Yeah, I messed it up. I don't think there was ever a chance to win, probably. Should have won this event, though. Should have been able to skip tomorrow. Ugh. Frustrating. Yeah, very, very frustrating. No, I mean, I would, if I had won the final game, I would have finished first, or not the final game against Jose when I just hung the knight. Yeah, I don't think I ever chanced to win this game. I don't know, maybe I did. Problem was it was just too simple for him to play. And he played well. Like he didn't crack. I was expecting him to crack at some point. Like even here it's just like I could have tried to go rook b8 here. Like maybe I should have tried rook b8, force him to play with king d6, but it's still a draw. Yeah, it's still a draw. Yeah, no, I mean the one before I was just winning, and then I saw the wrong position in my head. I mean I just saw the wrong position. Yeah, but that's just how it goes. Hans achieved quite high. He finished 112th. Seriously?